Well, today I'm working a little bit on our blackberry vines, and you can see it's kind of a mess. Last year we had a really good harvest because I weeded and I pruned and I took care of the blackberries, and then this year came along and I got a little bit lazy, a little bit lax. You know, that's so true in our spiritual walk with God. Jesus told his disciples right before he was betrayed and before he suffered and died and rose again, that in John 15, I am the true vine and my Father's the husbandman. Every branch of me that beareth fruit, he purges it that it may bring forth more fruit. He said, every branch of me that does not bear fruit, he taketh it away. He said, if a man abide in me, and my word abides in him, he shall ask what he will, and it shall be done unto him. Herein is my Father glorified, that you bear much fruit. If a man does not abide in me, he is cast forth as a branch and is withered, and men gather them and cast them into the fire, and they are burned. Throughout that whole chapter, Jesus just gives us a wonderful, wonderful illustration of what a spiritual walk really is. That God's will is for me to produce fruit. He said, you have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you that you should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain. Now, to produce a good harvest, what we got to do, of course, is we're going to have to weed. That means anything that is not of God needs to be clipped away. It needs to be dealt with. And that means all the weeds, all the thistles, all the nasty stuff has got to be gotten rid of. And then every vine, you're going to find out there are vines that are not producing fruit, and you got to dig away all the dead old branches. They got to be clipped away, and that's how God does it. How does God do it? He does it by his word. He said, Father, cleanse them by thy truth. Thy word is truth. And so for me to get this vine to really become productive again, and we're going to have fruit this year, no problem, but not near as much as if I would have taken care of this vine the way I should have. If I would have taken care of this, and I'm going to get to it, but I just wanted to tell you that if you really, really want to be productive, then you're going to have to take the time to take the Word of God, and you're going to have to cut out of your life everything that is contrary to God's will, and you need to water and fertilize and prune and take care of your life like we do a blackberry vines if we're going to become productive.